Greetings, readers and watchers of Free the Animal. This is, I'm coming to you Sunday afternoon as I'm editing video. This is simply a brief introduction, a continuing series I'm doing on real results of people who have achieved these results through following a paleo lifestyle. My next feature is Chris Tamme. He's 35, 6'1". He weighed upwards of 280 pounds, and he's lost 100 pounds. The pictures are dramatic, and so let's just get right into it, okay? We'll show you some pictures during the video, and if you have a dramatic story, email me. Give me your story, some before and after pictures, and we'll see if we can get you on the schedule. All right, enjoy.
All right, so I am here with Chris. He has lost, get this, 100 pounds. Right? So Chris, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into all this.
Well, how I got started, I don't know. It was, I think it might have been an evolution, but I call it almost a revolution. I hit a point in my life where I was 280 pounds. I figured I was either going to go up and go over 300 or else I was going to lose some weight. So I started watching my diet, running, doing the regular thing, the normal thing, and it was tough. It was very, very tough, and I lost 60 pounds that way, and it kind of stopped. And I figured there's got to be a better way. There has to be an easier way. There's got to be something that works. So I started looking, and I found paleo, and it made sense. It just made sense. And as soon as I started on it, I lost another 40 pounds, and since then it's been effortless.
So you mean to tell me that actually enlisting yourself into the chain gang, sweating your ass off, denying yourself all your pleasures of life could actually lose you some weight, 60 pounds worth?
It can take the easy stuff off, but I looked pudgy. I looked, I wasn't losing all the weight I wanted to, and I was running 13 hours a week.
Give me a sense of what that was like, of what your life was like during that period of time. How long did it take you to lose the 60 pounds?
I would say it probably took me about 8 months.
8 months. So what was your life like? Were you loving your life then?
It was brutal. It was brutal. I got up every morning, 5 o'clock, and I hit the pavement. I was running. And that whole time, about 5 months in, I developed Achilles tendonitis, and I couldn't shake it. I tried everything. I tried changing shoes. I tried changing my routine. I tried changing how I ran. I tried everything, and it was brutal just to stand up. And then I was eating all the time, but I was always hungry. And I was trying to get by, and I read a post one day when I was plateaued and in my weight loss, and it was a guy. He said he ran 500 miles in a month, and he hadn't lost a pound. And I said, this is ridiculous. This is insanity. So, you know.
Yeah, I did my. I don't know how much you know about my story, but when I started gaining weight, I was at 205, and I embarked on a morning walk. 3 miles every morning with the dogs, and 5 years later and 6,000 miles, I weighed 40 pounds more. So, did you ever think that this is just unnatural?
Yeah, I knew there was something wrong. I knew there was something wrong in what I was doing and how I was doing it, because it just wasn't working. And then I ran in a marathon training group, and there were a lot of heavy people there too, who I ran with the whole summer, and we looked the same at the end. it was just, you know, what is going on here? Of course, there's thin people doing it, but there were a lot of us who were trying to lose weight, and I love them to death, but we were all the same weight, beginning to end, and you know, it was just there was something wasn't right. Uh, and that's why, I mean, I've since stopped running, but I still run races every once in a while. My times are different by I ran a minute slower this year than I did 2 years ago in a 7 mile race. So I don't need to train 50 miles a week, you know.
Right.
And I did it barefoot too.
You gave up a minute just by saying, you know, I like doing this, but you know what? I like doing this because it's fun. It's fun to go out and run, and I'm fully on board with that. Okay, let's stop the suspense, and let's throw up a couple pictures. So you can see right now, Chris, right in front of you. So look at this. Okay, now take a look at this. All right, so that's no way. This guy, two different people. I'm telling you, Chris, that those photos, if those aren't inspiration, he's at spring break. He got his life back. I mean, in a very profound and emotional way. So how this whole thing makes you feel when you look at those pictures?
Well, that's all of it. I mean, I can't say I hate looking at my old pictures, but I've always been the heavy guy. I've always been the big guy. I mean, since I was 2 years old, I was the chubby kid. You know, I never in a million years had any inkling I could be where I am today. It just wasn't even conceivable. And the fact that I am, I mean, right now I wear clothes that are smaller than I did in junior high school. I can do anything, you know, as far as I can jump up and do a dozen pull-ups. I can do, you know, 100 push-ups at a time. I mean, these are all things that were impossible, absolutely impossible before, and now it's all possible. And that's the scary part, is that you can do it, and anybody can do it if I can. And that's where I try to I try to get people and influence people that, hey, all you got to do is change how you do things, change how you think, and what you thought was impossible is completely possible. You know, I'm starting to sound like a a preacher here, but it is. You know, I never thought I would be smaller than a 36-inch waist. I never had been, and now I'm about ready to grow out of my 32-inch pants and go into 30s, I think. So, you know, that's why I you know, I'm so passionate about this lifestyle, is that it'll change it. It'll change your life completely and fundamentally.
There you go. The downside of paleo, you have to keep buying new clothes. The relationship between you and your wife, speak to that a bit.
Oh, well,
you can be as explicit as you want, by the way. This is Free the Animal.
She does get a little frustrated with me because I tend to stop in front of any mirror that I go by nowadays, and I tend to wear a shirt a lot less, but
You're making up for lost time.
I am. We've been together since we were 17. We were seniors in high school.
Whoa, congratulations. That's
great.
Yeah,
so this is, you know, she's been with me through thick and thin, and she was a little slow to come along on the change when I started throwing out the bread, and I said we couldn't eat certain things and we needed to get rid of all the soda in the house, and she freaked out a little bit, but she's seen it, and now she
Cost
just tells
benefit, huh?
yeah, she tells everyone now, you know, hey, we know this might seem extreme to you, but you know, Chris is never going to be fat again. That's what she tells her friends.
There are millions of guys out. What, from your heart, motivate them to think about it?
Well, my preaching point, and I talk to lots of people about this all the time because they ask me. Everyone, you know, I've been overweight a long time, and now I'm not. I tell them what I'm doing, and then they say, "Well, I can't do that." And I said, "Well, hold on, do it for 30 days. 30 days, do it, and see what happens. If you're completely unhappy and miserable, and everything's going wrong, then stop. But what's 30 days out of your life, you know? And then if it works for 30 days, try it for another 30 days. And then try it for another 30 days. Don't stop trying new things. I mean, that's been the most exciting part of this, is that, you know, making pizza. I mean, I can't believe I've lived my life without it, you know? It's one of the most wonderful things ever, you know? And I made a beef heart in the crock pot last week, and it was incredible, you know? It was one of the most richest, full-flavored...
Now, see, I have not yet tried
ever.
That. So.
Oh, it's incredible, you know, and that's what, you know, just keep trying new things. Keep trying those foods you've never eaten, and you know, just never stop. Just, no, don't be the 5-year-old kid who won't eat anything but hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, you know.
Very good. Very good advice, right? Expand your horizons a little bit, you know.
Yeah. And that's been part of the freeing part of all this, is that, you know, not only have I lost weight, but I've you know, tried new things, and that's part of it. The mental part is as big an aspect as the physical part.
It is. You know? A story like yours just needed to be told. I'm really so thankful that, you know, for all you out there, Chris saw my interview with Tim, you know, the other day, and he emailed me. He says, "When I saw that, I knew I wanted to be next." Right? So,
man.
What didn't you say?
Yeah,
So he sent. So you're just going to be amazed by these photos. It's one of the most amazing transformations. I love these, and so all of you out there, you know, if you want to get on the schedule, we'll do these. We want to keep them short so that people want to watch them, and so they can go up on YouTube. I would love to get more in depth, but we got to keep it to about 15 minutes. So, Chris, but you know what? You might be on again too next, because you know when I run out of new, I'm going to have to do some recycling. So, but you know what? Congratulations to you, sir, for getting your life back, for recapturing the pride. Do you feel proud of yourself?
Oh, I love every day now. I look forward to every day.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right. So we'll sign off, and we'll see you later. Stay on the line, Chris.